listening to News Talk 1340 WJRW. John Gonzalez, MLive.com, the Grand Rapids Press, and the Going Gonzo radio show, weekdays at 1 o'clock. And a bug just landed on me, and thanks to Kyle here for Riverside Canoes, he got rid of it for me. Thank you. Judy, you're probably going like, what's going on, Gonzo, right? Well, I'll tell you what. First of all, before I tell you that, let me tell you, this show is brought to you by Mercantile Bank. Make sure to visit mercbank.com to find out how Mercantile Bank can take you and your business to the next level. Mercantile Bank here to get you there. And Judy, producer Judy, I might have needed a bank today, or I needed some money because my wallet, I forgot I had my wallet with me. And, well, my wallet is a little soggy right now. Kyle, we just got done kayaking the Platte River, and I think I set a record for the first person to actually fall out of his kayak within the first 10 minutes of a trip, right? So do I have the record?
Pretty close. Pretty close. Yep. And, you know, we did bring the dry box. We could have got the wallet in the dry box. We forgot about that this morning. So.
We were more concerned about the phone, and I should have left my wallet in my car. Yeah. I didn't even know what I was thinking.
We covered the electronics, but we blew the wallet.
We blew the wallet. Oh, well. I mean, what's in there? Just soggy money. They'll still take it, right?
It's still green.
It's still green. They'll still take it. I think I survived, right?
You did a great job. Yep. First time out. Lots of people will tip every now and again. You got hung up on a log. It happens. That's what's so nice about the Platte. You know, I mean, it's shallow. You jumped right up. We found your glasses, which was good, and we righted the kayak, and we were back in business. So easy peasy. Producer Judy,
sorry, Judy, I'm butchering your name there. You're probably just laughing, going, "Oh my gosh, Gonzo, I can see you right now, just falling into the Platte River, which is probably knee deep, and me acting like it was underneath for like 10 minutes or something like that." Yeah, just exactly the way you would picture it. I got hung up on a log. For the most part, though, this Platte River from your place here off of M22, which goes right into Lake Michigan, you have to go through a loon lake, right?
Yep, a small little lake. Yep, you're on that lake for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
But for the most part, it's a pretty open river. It's clear. There's not a lot of obstacles.
No, very.
I just happened to find the one.
You just happened to find. Well, I think we talked about that. It was the moving log, and it searched you out, and it was out of your control. Nothing you could do. Jumped right up and bit you.
I've been telling his workers here to warn their people getting on the river. There is a log out there that has been known to jump at people.
Right. There will be a disclaimer that's not going on my website. There's really no moving logs, so people don't worry. We're going to be all right. It's a nice, safe river.
It is exactly that. And you were saying, too, a little earlier about it being a family, and I can see that. We didn't run into a lot of people because it's early in the morning, but we ran into some people that learned the hard way that, hey, you want to come out here and enjoy it because it gets pretty busy.
Right. I mean, normally, if the sun's shining, you get around 11 o'clock in the morning. Between 11 and 3, it is really a very busy place. The river is very active. We try and tell people, if you're looking for that serenity trip, the nice and quiet, calm trip, we can still accommodate that. We open at 8 o'clock in the morning. We can have you on the water as early as 8:30. We have a sunset trip that leaves around 7 o'clock. You can have that nice quiet trip, but you also need to know if you want to come in the middle of the day, which a lot of people do, we understand that. Just expect a lot of people, and there can be some crowds, and sometimes you have to wait a little bit. But hey, we'll do our best. We'll get you on the water, and you'll have an enjoyable wait down the river any way you go.
And one thing that we talked about when we first got here, we talked off the air, is I noticed yesterday I was in the area because, well, that's what I'm here in Benzie County exploring it, right?
Right.
And experience everything. I was in a restaurant. I came out, and I'm like, whoa, where do these clouds come from? I think we're going to get a severe storm because it got really windy. How do you guys deal with the weather out here?
Right. Well, I mean, what we do at Riverside is, we keep our NOAA radar up. Whenever there's a chance of weather, I've got the computer on. We're checking the radar constantly. What we do is, if we know there's imminent, we'll shut our trips down. Sometimes it'll just blow right up on the lake, and it's on top of us before we know it. If that happens, we do have ways to come find you. We'll pull people off the water. We have a weir gate, which is our halfway point, another spot further down. We have different places to get you folks off the river safely. just for a little peace of mind. And we typically try and tell people if there is a chance of weather, we let people know in advance that it could happen, and we let them know that we have a plan in place if that happens.
And you must deal with all situations, you know, and I think that's part of it. You've been working here, you said, how many years?
This is my 20th season here at Riverside.
So you've seen it all for the most part, except for that log that jumps out
those
at people.
moving logs that happens. Every day there's something new. So
you never know. Hey,
right.
you mentioned the Weir Gate a few seconds ago, and this river, the Platte River in Benzie County, Michigan, and just not far from the Sleeping Bear Dunes, the Lakeshore, the National Lakeshore there. This is known for having some salmon.
That's right. Yeah, we have. This is the Platte River is known for the birthplace of the coho salmon, and there is still a salmon run every fall. I always tell people, you're pretty much guaranteed to see some fish in the river about the second week of September. It's a great trip. It's probably my favorite trip. I always tell people, if you can come after Labor Day, the crowds are usually gone, the weather's still nice, and the salmon are in the river. It's National Geographic in action. You're seeing these fish run the river doing what they're here to do, and you get to canoe right alongside of them. So it's really a spectacular sight.
And you can fish too?
You can fish. The entire river is open. There is a spot where the fish, there's a weir gate. You cannot fish within 300 feet either up or down of that structure, but below that is open, and above Riverside as well. There's a hook restriction. There's no weighted hooks. You can't snag. Single hook only on this river for the salmon, but people still, we have all the hooks, and we have even some artificial baits that are all legal for the river that people, if they don't have anything, come on and see us. We'll set you up.
So you even have that in your shop here,
Yes,
too?
we do. Yep.
And knowing me, we've only met a couple times now, I, of course, had to ask, can I just bring a net? Just go snag them out with my hands?
That's the one thing we can't do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the uncomfortable conversation you have with a conservation officer if you go down just with the net. Well, just swam in my net. What was I supposed to do?
What was I supposed to do? Yeah. Well, Gonzo said it was okay. Yeah. I was listening to News Talk 1340 WJRW, and Gonzo said he did it. So.
Right. Yeah. Avoid that one, folks.
Okay. We will definitely do that. Well, it's funny here. It's a beautiful day, right? And it's around the 4th of July. We're getting there. But the clouds come, and you can feel the breeze off the lake.
That's right. Yeah, we're only a couple miles away from Lake Michigan, so if we have a little bit of a north wind this morning, so it'll cool you down a degree or two if that north wind's blowing. So
hey, one thing I wanted to ask you too. We were talking about the salmon a few seconds ago. That Weir gate there, it's open right now, and you were saying it stays open until the salmon are running.
Right.
That's probably the most trickiest navigation. It's not a really wide gate.
Right. Yeah. No. You could probably only. I mean, if we had 3 canoes side by side, they could maybe get through that once. It's fairly narrow. Yeah. You have to navigate through that. That's can be a little bit of a challenge for people.
Do you think the state would let us put a toll gate there or something? Way to make money?
They that may come to that. They keep looking for different ways to get us. So
that'd be my suggestion.
That's right. Yeah. Put a toll booth right there.
Toll booth there if you want to keep going.
Sure.
Pay your quarter to get there.
That's right.
But then when you come out of the Platte River, it just takes your breath away. I mean, how do you explain to people that have never done that before?
Well, it's that's sort of that just caps the whole trip off for us. I mean, down at the end we work with Lake Township. They have a beautiful park right there, so you can have a picnic when you're done. You have miles of sugar sand beach in front of you that you can walk the shoreline. You have the Manitou Islands right directly out in front of you, and then if you look to the north, you have the face of the Sleeping Bear Dunes.
Yeah.
To see where you think you could walk to them, but you may want to just hop in your car and drive. It's further than you think, but it really is. It's one of those places that people you could be there every night to catch at a sunset, and it would just be a different experience every night.
Wow, and you get to do this every single day, every summer.
Every day, yeah, that's right. We're here.
Do people ever come back to you and just give you a hug and say thank you?
We get that quite a bit. I mean, people come and they just say it's just such a lovely trip, such a lovely experience.
Yeah.
What we like is, what we truly love is the people that come back year after year, and we get so much of that it is a family ritual. They will go down the river once a year, and that's what we just love that.
Yeah, they definitely want to come back.
Right.
All right, hey, I really appreciate Kyle, you, and Kelly, and welcoming us here, and it's been a great experience, even though I got a little soggy. Quit laughing, Judy. a little soggy there. It was a great time, and I can see why this would be a great experience for the first timer like myself. Right?
Absolutely. Yep. It's a great family-friendly river. It's nice and easy, and you know what? If you're a little leery, come on in and ask. You know, my guys will be more than happy to give you some pointers and get you going down the river as safely as we can.
Yeah, and if you want to hire me, I'll stick around, and sure. I'll be an instructor as well.
An instructor, our human testimonial, and we'll bring that log out, and we'll have people wedge that kayak right back up on there for you.
This log does exist.
But yeah, absolutely, anytime.
All right, Kyle, thank you so much. All right, folks, that's gonna be it for today. A lot of great stuff ahead. We have local news. We'll do ABC News at the top of the hour, and then right after that, Judy, what is it? It's the Mike Huckabee Show on News Talk 1340 WJRW.